And welcome, young adults. This is Mr. Picard. I'll be your well-rounded math teacher today, and we are going to talk about expressions and equations today. First of all, expressions. Right here, algebraic expressions consist of one or more numbers and variables along with one or more arithmetic operations. So real simply, here's a variable term 3x plus 2. That's an example of an algebraic expression. Because it has operations with addition, has variables x, or your variable term 3x, and then just numbers 2. Also, you could say something like 5 times the quantity of x minus 7. Also an algebraic expression. The parentheses are what we consider an operation. To simplify this, you would have to use the distributive property first. What is missing from these two is an equal sign. An algebraic equation contains an equal sign. So you could take 3x plus 2, which is not an equation, throw an equal sign in there. We'll say it's equal to 11, and we have an equation. Now, the deal is this. Expressions are just evaluated. They're not solved. You can also simplify them. Equations are solved. You would solve an algebraic equation. Okay, good. So one of the things we're going to be doing is evaluating these expressions. One of the acronyms we use to solve it is PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. But what does each one of these represent? P stands for parentheses. And parentheses are basically any grouping symbol. Parentheses, brackets, braces, anything like that. E is exponents. Okay, exponents you do second. Now, multiplication and division. You do these hand in hand at the same time. Basically, multiplication and division from left to right. And what I mean by that is, let's say I had 15 divided by 5 times 3. Now, a lot of people see, hey, I got multiplication. I have to do that first because M comes before D. Well, that's not necessarily true. They are equal. They go hand in hand. If you look at this triangle pyramid thing here, multiplication and division are on the same level. Parentheses first, yes. Exponents second, but then multiplication and division, it matters which one shows up first, left to right. So if we go back here, I see if I'm going left to right in this direction, I see division first here. So it's 5 divided by 3, or 15 divided by 5, which is 3, times 3. Now I do the multiplication and get 9. If you did it the other way, 5 times 3 is 15 first, you'd have 15 divided by 15, and you would get 1, and that is not the correct answer. So multiplication and division, left to right. Addition and subtraction, the same thing. And subtraction. Addition and subtraction, left to right. Just like we did up here, left to right. So you don't always do addition before subtraction. It depends on which one shows up first in your expression. And here it is in this little pyramid also. Addition and subtraction, you're always going to take care of last when you're working with PEMDAS. So we're going to take your time and do steps one at a time on your paper file. Okay, so I'm going to do one of these with you. Then I'm going to have you guys do one, and you can kind of check your work as we go. First of all, for A here, 2 parentheses 5 plus 3 parentheses 4 plus 3. Grouping symbols first, PEMDAS, parentheses. I see a 5 here, but there's only one term there, so I really don't do anything with that. But I do have this, 4 plus 3. So I can say 2 times 5, when you have a number next to parentheses, it means multiplication. Plus 3 times what? Well, 4 plus 3 is 7. There is no exponents. We have some multiplication and division here. Actually, just multiplication. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 3 times 7 is 21. Only have one symbol left. That's addition. That's going to give me 31. So what I'd like you to do right now is try B on your own real quick. Hit pause, and I'll give you the answer in a second here. So hit pause right now, and when you're done, turn it back on. For this particular problem, you should have gotten 20. Now, if you didn't get that, you can go back and try it again, or you can ask questions when we come into class tomorrow. Plug in the numbers first, then evaluate. So we got some variables here. We want to evaluate it. Well, we got to plug some things in. I know x is 3 and y is 4. So x being 3, I'm going to plug that in. Y is 4. And then we got divided by 12 for our expression that we're going to evaluate. Parentheses, I got some grouping symbols here, 4 plus 8. So it's 3 times 12 divided by 12. Left to right, I have multiplication, 3 times 12, and then I have 12 divided by 12. So I'm going to do the multiplication first because it's first, left to right. 3 times 12 is 36 divided by 12. 36 divided by 12 is 3. 3. Okay, for D, I want you to pause it and try it. And you should have paused it by now. The actual answer is not 12. A little dyslexic today. It is 21. 21. Combine like terms when simplifying. Okay, simplifying expressions, not evaluating, but just simplifying them. A couple of steps. I always say this. Number one, I usually use the distributive property. Distributive property. That means get rid of the parentheses if there are any parentheses. So I'm going to simplify A here. I have some addition, some subtraction, but I can see this 3 that I have to multiply by this whole quantity here. So I'm going to say negative 10x, leave that alone for right now, plus 3 times 4x squared is 12x squared. 3 times 2x is 6x. And then 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then we have this little trailer here, plus 4x squared. Now, combining like terms, they have to have the same variables raised to the same power. The highest exponent, largest exponent I have is x squared, basically. I have 2x squared terms, 12x squared and 4x squared. When I add them together, I basically just get 12 plus 4, or 16x squared. The exponents don't change. You just add the numbers in front. These are called coefficients. You add the coefficients, 12 and 4. I have a negative 10x and a positive 6x. Negative 10 and 6 is going to give me negative 4, so that's negative 4x. And basically, that's all my terms except for this minus 6, and there are no other constants or just numbers. So there's my expression, simplified, 16x squared minus 4x minus 6. I'm going to have you guys try B now. You can hit pause. The actual answer is negative 8x minus 6. If you didn't get that, we can look at it tomorrow, or you can try it again. And I think we're going to stop there. And we'll work on some problems tomorrow in class. If you have any questions, make sure you mark them and we can come back to them later. Good job.